Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1636 of What You Up To Now. My question for you today is, where do you have free reign? Today, apparently I have a cold and a foggy brain. So today, for Supersize Your Business, my Supersize Your Business for Female Entrepreneurs group, we talked about the idiom, the contribution-related idiom, to give free rein. And free rein comes from horseback riding and the fact that we control horses with reins, and that helps to determine how fast or slow excuse me they'll go and which direction they'll go. It's how we turn the horse and slow it down and speed it up. And I talked about, with respect to that, we give people freedom and free reign in our businesses when we're building and growing our businesses in certain areas. But we need to be careful, because a lot of times we will give people free reign without paying attention and setting a framework up for what the behaviors and beliefs and expectations and ethics and morals and values are for our organization. And it can be our businesses, it can even be our families. Some members of families get free reign to do whatever they want, be as wild and crazy, ethical or unethical as they want, depending on the standards expected in that family. And other members generally hold themselves accountable to a higher standard that is more socially acceptable, I guess. And that applies in our businesses as well. I've been involved in a lot of different businesses over my career. Some I actually, in corporate America, left because I didn't agree with the values and the ethics and the way they were doing business in certain areas and aspects. And I shared the story of one business that I was with, that the sales department ran the show and anything went. They would promise customers anything, even though we were not technically capable of meeting the things that they promised. We couldn't, no matter what. So that business had literally hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in write-offs and chargebacks and discounts, because we couldn't technically create the things that the sales department was promising the customer base. And they did it because they wanted to grow fast and be the leader in their industry, but they ended up really struggling and having to close plants and things because they were over-promising and not able to deliver. Nobody in the world could deliver the technical capability that they were promising. So I was the quality vice president. I'm like, yep, sorry, not going to be the go-between to explain to customers why we're not giving them what you say we're giving them. And we've got situations like that happen in our families. We see patterns repeating over and over and over again. And we all have those, right? We all have patterns that we repeat over and over and over again. But at some point, we need to look at ourselves and say, oh, this isn't really working for me and serving me very well. Maybe I need to tweak and change that behavior and personally develop and grow and learn. Excuse me, coughing. So we talked about that. And then for the annual challenge, today was day 198. We talked about freedom being a divine right. And I think that since I grew up in America, I just expect that freedom has always been a right for me. But no matter where we live, no matter your background, no matter what, we always have the human, inalienable, God-given right, or whatever you believe, divine-given right to our spirit, our freedom, and our thinking. Nobody can tell us how to think and what to do. We're always responsible for that, right? There might be outside pressures and circumstances on us, but it's always up to us to decide what we're going to do given those constraints and circumstances. And our mind is always free to do as we please. I think it was Viktor Frankl, isn't he the one that wrote the book? And he was in the Nazi camps, and when people all around him were perishing, he survived. And so I could be wrong about that. Anyway, I don't read much about the Holocaust because I find it so horrific that it makes my soul hurt. But freedom, it's our right, but it's also our responsibility to use that freedom in ways that are good and right and make the world a better place. That's all I've got today. I'm going to go obviously cough my little head off the rest of the day and see if I can't get rid of these allergies or cold, whatever it is. If I can help you in any way, please ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.